everybody, it's Coach Tricia. You know, something we probably have all experienced at one time or another in our life is stress. And so today I am going to tell you a couple of things that stress is going to affect for your health and your well-being. And I'm going to give you 7 solutions for lowering your stress levels. So meet me on the other side. If you've tried to lose weight and get in shape and you're still not where you want to be, I'm here to tell you it isn't your fault. There are a lot of shiny objects out there. Everybody wants to help you lose weight. There's lots of diets, the high fat, the low fat, the high protein diet, the low carb diet, the eat more diet, the starve yourself diet. You just want to get healthy and look better. And most people don't start because they don't know where or how to begin. Or they've failed in the past and they just don't want to fail one more time. I'm Coach Tricia and I'm here to help you make sense out of nonsense. Every week I'm going to be your personal coach and I'm going to train you the simple strategies of creating lifestyle habits, nutrition, fitness, and mindset. And I'm going to teach you how to have fun and get sassy at any age. For me, sassy means lighthearted, irreverent, crazy, thinking outside the box, young at any age. We just don't take ourselves too seriously, but we're loving, supportive, kind, and helpful. Come and join our community. Together, we are going to get you into the best shape of your life for the rest of your life. Hey everybody, it's Coach Tricia. How are you? How are you? How are you? Today we're going to talk about stress. We are going to talk about stress. And I know stress doesn't affect any of you. It's just me that stress affects. But there might be some of you out there that have had occasionally little episodes of feeling stressed out. So I am going to talk about stress because it is a big deal. It is a big deal. And so the first thing that we really want to understand is, what is stress? What is that feeling? What is that feeling that we have that we call stressed? Okay? And it's different for everybody. Okay? Some people love the feeling. They crave that feeling. To them, it's excitement. They call stress that sort of, where do you feel it? Do you feel it in your throat? Do you feel it in your stomach? Do you get all like bunched up in your shoulders? I know a lot of times I feel it right here in my throat. And, you know, there's people out there that are just kind of like stress junkies. They climb mountains. They fall out of airplanes. They do all sorts of crazy stuff because they just thrive on that feeling. They love it. They love that feeling. Me, on the other hand, that would cause me to feel stressed out. I would feel stressed. You took me in an airplane, put a parachute on me and said, okay, you're going to jump out of this airplane. I would feel stressed. You know, we might even call it fear. Those emotions, those feelings can get really mixed up, okay? But what is stress? What is that feeling of fear? It's what we call the flight or fight syndrome. It's a natural response to fearful things. It's a natural response to dangerous things. It is a response that causes us to be superhuman. It causes us to maybe even save our lives or the lives of other people, okay? And you secrete adrenaline, there's cortisol. I mean, it's just it's a huge emotional feeling that affects your entire body, okay? So I don't really have to go into great detail about stress because I would be shocked if most of you hadn't experienced stress, okay? I bet most of you have experienced stress. Hello, Lucy. You guys, Lucy's getting married tomorrow. Yay, Lucy! That's so cool. All right, so here's what I want to say about stress. I'm just going to start out by saying this. And this is a famous quote from, I think it's Mark Twain, and he said, most of the things we concern ourselves with never happen. Most of the things that we concern ourselves with never happened. So most of the things that we get stressed out about, what if this happens? What if that happens? Most of the things that we're fearful, what if I fall? What if this happens? Most of that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But we still feel that stress. We still feel those emotions, and they have a consequence on our health. So let's talk about the things that can happen if you're stressed occasionally, and a lot of times it's not just occasionally. It can be a chronic situation where you're always feeling stressed out. And what happens when you're feeling that emotion, that stress, because it is physiological, it's not just mental, it's physiological, it can do many things. I'm going to tell you 7 things that it can do that will affect your health. It's going to affect your health. Number 1, consistently being in a stressful state can suppress your immune system. What happens when your immune system is suppressed? You get sick more often, okay? There's a cold going around, you're always going to catch it. There's the flu going around, you're always going to catch it, okay? And so it can suppress your immune system. Stress can do that. It can affect your digestion. When I'm working with people and I'm coaching people, they're like, my stomach hurts, I feel bloated, just don't feel like I can digest my food, I'm constipated. Stress can affect your digestive system. Yes, it can. Number 3, it can inhibit your sleep. Your mind is constantly going. Your mind is just constantly blah, 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 like that. Try going to sleep when all you can do is think about tomorrow or what if this happens, like that, okay? Right? So it affects your sleep. You're not even conscious of it. You wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, what woke me up? And it's just that thing that's in the back of your mind. And it can really affect your sleep. It messes with a lot of your reproductive systems, your hormones. It can affect all of those systems. Stress can affect all of those systems, okay? You become irregular. I mean, stress can really, really affect that. And most importantly, it can contribute to some pretty serious health conditions like your heart disease. It can cause high blood pressure. It can contribute, stress can contribute to diabetes and other illnesses. Okay, and that's a big deal, right? Sleeping, not getting enough sleep, that's one thing, but heart disease, diabetes, those issues, that's quite a different thing. That's more serious. And stress can be the underlying cause of things like mental diseases, like depression, anxiety. Sometimes people even have periodic panic attacks. Like they feel like they're having a heart attack. They don't even know what's going on, and it's stress. It's stress. And here's the other thing, because I'm always working with people. That's my job, right? My job is to help you guys get in the best shape of your life for the rest of your life. So even before you take the first bite of your comfort food, if you're feeling stressed out, the hormones that you release, that cortisol that you release, and the adrenaline. Okay, so your body releases adrenaline, and then it releases cortisol. That cortisol can make you fat. Just that alone before you even take a bite of the cake. So stress is something that we would like to get a handle on. Okay, it's something that would be really great for you guys to get a handle on. It's something as a coach that I work with people on probably more than any other single thing, because I'll be working with a client and they'll be on great, it'll be fabulous, they'll be on their plan, and then something stressful happens, and that's what I get. That's the message I get. It's been a really bad week. This and this and this happened. And it can be anything, right? If somebody got sick, problems at work, drama with your family, fill in the blank, but it causes stress. And so as I'm working with people, I like to come up with solutions. Okay, so I'm the solution girl. My job is really to help you find strategies for overcoming or at least dealing with these situations and this situation called stress, I have 5 suggestions for you today. Okay, so you can take out a piece of paper, you can write your notes down. Number 1, this is my go-to. For me, this is my go-to. I just go for a walk. It's like, like right now in Northern California, they're turning off the electricity because of fire danger, right? So I'm like, oh my goodness, am I going to lose my electricity? Of course, we can live without electricity. They did that before electricity. So I just go for a walk. I breathe. I smell the roses, listen to the birds, chill out, and I'm telling you, it is my go-to number 1 thing that I always do. I just go for a walk. Not a run. I don't go to the gym, okay? Those 2 things would stress me out. I just go for a walk. It makes me feel so much better, like so much better. Number 2. Now, you can't always do this, but it's a great suggestion. Go rent a funny movie. There are so many funny movies out there that, like Caddyshack. If you guys ever watched Caddyshack, go rent a funny movie. You're taking yourself out of your world into somebody else's world, and they're having fun, okay? It's goofy, and you just laugh. And every time you laugh, that helps to get rid of the stress, right? It does, right? So that's number 2. Number 3, many of you do this already because I know a lot of you have hobbies or you have sports, but participating in a hobby gets you maybe into a community of other nice people that do those same things, or participating in a sport, right? Maybe you're on a baseball team or something like that. Those things can help you reduce your stress, okay? So participating in a hobby or a sport. Number 4, talking is really important. Talk to a trusted friend, okay? Underline trusted, okay? Because when you're stressed out, it's not necessary just to go blabbering to everybody. It's not necessary to go on social media and just do your little, rants and stuff like that. That's not necessary. You guys think that's necessary? I don't think so. It's not necessary. So find a trusted friend that you can talk to. Hi, it's Tricia. I just need somebody to talk to, and then you can let it out. Your trusted friend is going to keep it secret, right? Or you can always reach out to your coach, right? That's what we're for. We're not going to solve anything, okay? You're not going to tell me your issues and I'm going to solve it for you. But I'm going to give you some tips. I'm going to say, if you feel like crying, go ahead and cry. Crying's great. Crying is very purging. So just get rid of it. All of those emotions, crying's fine. Crying is fine, right? And when you're done crying, go for a walk and you'll feel better. And that's what coaches are for. That's what we as coaches do. We listen. We listen. Hey, Cassie, we listen, and then we give you suggestions because this is all a natural, normal process. It's normal. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing bad about you. It's normal feeling stressed out. Okay? It is normal. It's normal. Sometimes it's important to have healthy food around because I know that a lot of you guys, when you're feeling stressed out, you will stress eat. Okay? That's the thing that calms you down. So maybe if we think about something else, because there are other things that I've mentioned that are great for getting rid of stress, doesn't necessarily have to be food. It doesn't necessarily have to be food. If that's what you do, then the food that you usually stress eat, I would put in an inconvenient place. Put it on the top of a shelf. Put it someplace that you have to really work to go find it. Like it's in the garage someplace, but you have to, put your shoes on, go into the garage, And by the time you've done all that, you're thinking, well, maybe I don't want that, okay? And also, have really good food that's available, okay? Maybe that could be your carrots. You just want to like munch on carrots, or just have some healthy snacks that are going to tide you over until you calm down, okay? Until you calm down, all right? Just remember that stress is normal. Maybe shopping. I don't know. That can be expensive. I do this thing called Stitch Fix. Have you guys ever heard of it? In fact, I just got my fix today. This is a new shirt. You like it? I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it yet or not. But it's so warm. It's like wearing my pajamas. It's like really warm. I love it. Anyway, Stitch Fix says. That always calms me down. If I'm stressed out, it's like, oh good, my fix is coming today. My fix is coming today. And finally, and this is important, is that if you find that your stress, it becomes chronic and it's not going away, it's very, very important to go and find somebody that's a professional, okay? It's absolutely fine to do that. I absolutely recommend it to you guys, because this is part of your health. If you had something wrong, like with your foot, you would go to the doctor, right? You would go get professional help. If you have something that causes you stress on a continuing basis, and it will affect your health, it's very important to go and find somebody that is a professional that can help you, okay? Because we want you to be healthy. We want you to be happy. And remember what I said at the very, very beginning. Most of the things that we concern ourselves with don't happen. So most of what we get stressed out about, most of the things that we get worried about, most of the things that we are fearful about actually don't happen. So just managing your stress will help to alleviate all of those health issues that can be the result of the stress. Okay, I hope this helps, and I'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye, it's Coach Tricia. If you have any questions, comments, make sure that you let me know, because I really depend on your feedback to decide what to talk about. This topic is the result of working with people all week, and a lot of y'all had some stress, so I thought it would be a great thing to talk about. Bye-bye. Hey there, thanks for listening. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe below. I know it's tough to figure out the right nutrition plan and exercise routine that works for you. I don't see that many coaches teaching about sensible nutrition. After years of being on yo-yo diets myself, I got sick of gaining and losing the same pounds. Most coaches have been recycling the same new, revolutionary diet to people for decades. It's time to make sense out of nonsense, and that's been my mission for the last 17 years. So whatever you want to lose, weight, inches, or just that sad feeling you have right now, go over to www.letsgetfitandsassy.com and join the next free 5-day Lose It Challenge. You're going to learn how hundreds of people have joined our movement and are now getting in the best shape of their life for the rest of their life. And we're going to have fun. Once again, that's www.letsgetfitandsassy.com. I'm Coach Tricia. Let's do this.